As a conscious, energetically sensitive type, I am guessing you find yourself in the emotional trenches quite often. What I mean by that is whether it's an astrological transit, a collective energy thing, a hormonal thing, a moon phase cycle, or just shit going on in your life, we are exquisitely dialed into the energy or the emotions of it, and things tend to get amplified within us because we're looking closer, right? So that can be a lot. It has its benefits for sure. It is a very important role to play, I believe, but it is really freaking hard to manage sometimes. So there's one particular approach that I find to be especially useful when you're in the emotional trenches and feeling just overwhelmed, saturated, you know, the kind, not just the everyday emotions, but the kind where you're like, oh, this hurts. This is hard. Why is it so hard? It is shifting into the energy of curiosity and wonder. And what I mean by that is curiosity and wonder is an energy in and of itself. You can utilize it much like gratitude is an energy that you can utilize. So with gratitude, you can shift out of a state of lack and fear-based thinking into a state of abundance just by focusing and shifting your attention to things that you already have, things that you're grateful for that are already good. Curiosity and wonder is an energy that can take you from that sense of overwhelm, which underlying is like this resistance, this sense of resistance to what is. You have temporarily lost your trust in life and in your process and in your soul's journey. So curiosity and wonder can get you right back in it just by, like it says, getting curious and wondering, okay, if life is always happening for me, which is a belief that you have to choose, right? You have to try it on for size yourself. I highly recommend it. Life is better when you choose to look at it that way. One of those things where even if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. It shifts you into this place of, okay, if life is always working on my behalf, even when I don't see it, even when I don't understand it, I wonder how this current state is helping me. I wonder how what I see before me or what I'm fighting against or feeling overwhelmed by is a good thing. And just by doing that, just by giving that thought some airtime, your energy already starts to shift. Now, I don't want you to think that this is one of those things where you're going to go from like feeling completely overwhelmed to like completely fine. It's a bridging energy is how I like to describe it. So many times on this energetic, conscious, spiritual path, when we're working intentionally with vibration and this awareness that we are first and foremost spiritual beings having a human experience, and we utilize our thoughts, our emotions, our words, our actions to move life forward, to consciously co-create, we have to reach for the next highest thought, the next highest feeling, the next highest word, the next highest action to get to where we eventually want to be. Sometimes we can shift up, faster, easier, more dramatically, and a lot of times we can't. So when we're in emotional overwhelm, it's usually like climb the emotional ladder, right? Work your way up. And so moving into curiosity and wonder is the first step to that. It's disrupting the energy that you're in. And that's always going to be your first step because like the late, great Albert Einstein said, you can't solve a problem in the same energy that it exists, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. So you have to introduce something new into the equation. Wonder, curiosity, possibility. Move in that direction. Do your best to find supportive thoughts and words, especially the things that you're telling yourself. This is where journaling really comes in handy because it helps make those 60,000 thoughts a day, some of them at least, conscious, so that your unconscious or subconscious isn't always running the show. And then you're able to make choices about it from there. You're able to intentionally choose your words and thoughts. And now you're not going to account for all of them. Don't put that expectation on yourself. But if you account for even a fraction of them consciously, you will have a different emotional experience. You can find emotional equilibrium and then ride the wave of momentum from there. So if this tip has helped you, please let me know, and let me know what else you'd like me to speak to in these little short bursts. And guys, I try to make them short. My God, I look at the options on TikTok and it's like 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 minutes. Guess which one I'm going to pick, because I cannot get it that short. So, but I'm happy to speak to some of these little nuances to the conscious human experience, because it's hard. It's not easy. And once you're awake or conscious to some of these things, it's like you can't go back. So you might as well figure out how to do it. All right, until next time.